The Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. Just make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road.
Look, if you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands, he's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1", I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man, and that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Here's DeRozan. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Basket good.
Well, this is where DeMar DeRozan proves he is the real deal. Not only a skilled scorer, skilled at finding his teammates as well.
Now here's Levine. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Ball from long range. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
And it's sent back by Lopez. Jokic shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
Great with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan. It helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
And here's Collins. After Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer. Jokic inside.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head coach. Coach was saying that he feels Zach LaVine is still underrated as a star in this league. Coach said, when LaVine gets going, there's just no way to stop him. He's one of the most natural scoring threats in the league. They certainly will respect LaVine's explosive offense tonight. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Kicks it out to Collins. And Collins gets double-teamed. 5 to shoot. To the right side. And the 3 off target. Raptors with the lead. Here's Levine driving to the basket. And Levine throws it down.
I tell you, when Levine gets up ahead of steam, he's really difficult to stay in front of.
Here's Jokic. Lopez with the block. And he gets it back. And the basket is good. Jokic has got 7 points. Toronto with the ball. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Pass to Levine. Now here's Vucevic. Left side Levine. Raptors need to get a shot up. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target with his 3. Under, no good. Now Levine. And it's Ball in the corner. We've got 1:28 left here in the opening quarter. Got a nice one there from Levine.
Wow, you can see why this team is so excited about this young talent. Levine from the parking lot.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
It's tipped and stolen by Butler. Levine for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's DeRozan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, this guy just attacks, gets the defender on their heels. DeMar DeRozan dictating the action on his way to the cup.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Lopez a screen. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Lock at 6. Here's Butler.
Oh, how about the talent, the creativity. Butler with the highlight reel attack.
Right side DeRozan. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Toronto ahead, up 5. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
A drive by Beal. Pass to Jokic. Toronto grabs the miss.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Jokic. Going inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jokic just got 11 points.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Outside, Ball. Butler in the corner. A wide open look here for Vucevic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Vucevic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role. asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you. Ball feeling it out a bit. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
You simply have to remember that Brook Lopez can stroke the jumper. This guy on catch and shoot is terrific.
Pass to Anderson. Back to Jokic. The kick out to Anderson. Back to Jokic. Goes up on the wing. And good, as it just snugged right down through the net.
And this is why Jokic is an all-star, all-NBA caliber talent, because of his ability to dominate in an effortless fashion.
Beal gets a wide open look. Trains it from beyond the arc. And now just a 2-point Raptor lead.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Vucevic with the bucket. Your son, Cole Gray, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the process as a dad.
That's fucking, man. Come on now,
was
man.
fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad. You're proud one at that.
And they continue to control the glass.
Substitution now for Minnesota.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Nobody near Nurkic. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Nurkic has got his first 3 points of the game.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Outside, Ball. Knocks it loose to the wing right side. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, what anticipation from the Montenegrin center. Vucevic reading the defense well on the catch and shoot.
Young looking it over. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And we all know that defense, not necessarily the strong suit for Vucevic, but it's an area that he has definitely shown some improvement.
No doubt, Greg. His greatest strength, obviously, is ability to get on the backboards and rebound with a high efficiency in production. And the key is he's worked to mask those defensive deficiencies. Not a lockdown anchor, but certainly a better team defender than when he entered the league.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Nurkic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Nurkic has got 5 points now in the quarter. Young inside. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks it out to Collins. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
An improving three-point shooter. Collins understands the role of today's big man.
The kick outside to Butler. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Ball with a wide open look. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Young. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, DeRozan. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. DeRozan's got 7 points.
Well, this is the shot that DeMar DeRozan has worked so hard on. He could always make the three. It's just become more a part of his arsenal.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 5. We'll be back shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Timberwolves trail by 5. Young outside, inside, stolen by Ball. That's to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, the first game, the jump shot, Vucevic, a capable scorer who loves taking over on the offensive end.
And here's Young on the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Back to Levine. Takes the 3. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, this is why Butler has become a real threat on the offensive end. Yes, he's a great scorer, but he is equally capable and adept at finding the open guy.
To the inside. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. Here's Collins. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. He's got 7.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Outside Butler. And there's the drive. Nurkic with the block. And they get it back.
Let's remember, we're talking about a fundamentally sound player. Nikola Vucevic gifted at fooling defenders with that pump fake.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Ball, and the shot goes in. Ball's got 12 in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Outside Beal for the lead. Goes back up. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. The kick out to Young. Over Lopez. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And this is what Young does best. A dynamite offensive player who fills it up in so many ways.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Pass to Jokic. Over Lopez. He's again in deep. Jokic drops it in. Jokic has got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Outside, Levine. Butler in the corner. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Butler's got 8 points.
What great rhythm on the jumper. Every year, Butler gains more and more confidence in that catch-and-shoot game.
And Young, here we go. Banked in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here he goes. Collins wide open. He fires. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
And Levine throws it down.
Boy, defensively, you want to take Levine out of this rhythm. That means no open lanes to the rack.
And the Timberwolves call time. And the Timberwolves call time. Here's Young. Driving inside. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling.
Come on,
contain.
TK.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Raptors have shot 75% of the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And it's Jokic in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves. Jokic firing on all cylinders for Minnesota. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Should have been more pressure-packed basketball. Outside ball. Driving in. And Ball slams it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
The drive by Ball. Good. Ball's got 20 points.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Young inside. And stolen by Butler. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, you've also got to love how hard they've attacked the basket. All that penetration, getting them lots of easy buckets.
And Howard with the stop.
A good night for the defense. Dwight Howard finishes with the ball.
It's Young on the wing. Here's Jokic. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
Young inside. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Levine wide open. That 3 off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Young outside. And it's Jokic in the corner.
Well, Dwight Howard staying engaged on the defensive end. Boy, does he make an impact.
Back to Levine. There's the drive. And the jam by Levine.
How about that? Fine high to setting that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
Pass to Hunter. From the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And that one's good. Millsap.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
On the wing to Rosen. Jokic with it. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Jokic just got 30.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
Minnesota in the lead. we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hunter, no one around him.
Thank you.
Three-point bomb. Hunter's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Minnesota.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Pass to Jokic. Three-pointer. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Outside ball. Popped up there for Howard. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
Jokic inside. Now here's DeRozan. Millsap grabs the miss.
Great contest by the defender. That's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
The Raptors making a switch here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. See if they've got enough left to get over the top.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Jokic. And he drives in.
And when Jokic gets rolling, all the 250 pounds of him, he's a load to try to stop off the bounce.
Right on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
And he comes up with the deuce. Bulls got 12 points here in the second half.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Like the breeze float straight out of our lids. Them, they got moved by these hard rock Brooklyn kids. Us floor rush when they DJ booming classics. You dig the crew on the fattest hip hop record. He touched the kicks and sinks into the sounds. She frequents deep fattest caught undergrounds. Our funk zooms like they flock to booms, man. Boogie had to change. Who freaks the clips with mad amount percussion? Where kinky hair goes to unthought of dimensions. Why is it so fly? Cause hip hop kept some drama. When butterfly rock the like blue suede pumas. What by the cut? We push it off the corner. How was the buzz entire hip hop era? Was fresh and back since they started saying Audi. Cause funks made back from right beneath my hood. The Uber of the styles like miles. Like 60s funky worms with waves and perms. Just sending junky rhythms right down your block. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but I'm cool like that. 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 I'm cool. I'm cool.
Queen be the chocolates, taps on my raps. She innovates after sweeter cat naps. He at the funk club with the vibrate.